my advice to him is as he moving up to his upcoming fight, make sure that he focus on speed. He focus on how to improve his strength and while maintaining the Canelo Crawford. Good fight. Good fight.
No.
Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength.
Okay, take a pic. Can you take a pic?
You be your champion.
In a recent powerful interview, boxing icon Manny Pacquiao gave his honest take on the much-anticipated fight between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Using his years of experience in both welterweight and middleweight battles, Pacquiao shared a clear and thoughtful breakdown of how the matchup might go and who could come out on top. With fans and experts divided, his views are sparking major discussions in the boxing world as the 8-division champion talks about power, speed, fight IQ, and the mental pressure building between these two top-level fighters.
If you were to fight, let's say Terence Crawford, what weight would you want to fight at?
147.
147 still?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think you might be watching this. This is going to make a little bit of news. Why don't you go ahead and challenge him right now?
Because my natural weight is 140, so I mean I'm just moving up to 147, so it's not to getting hard to reduce.
He says he wants to fight Canelo, maybe at 168 pounds. Did you imagine him beating Canelo at that weight?
I don't know. I can't imagine. Let's wait.
Manny Pacquiao warned Terence "Bud" Crawford about the serious risk of jumping 2 weight divisions to fight Canelo Alvarez. Speaking from his own experience as an 8-division champion, he clearly stated, "It's good for Canelo," pointing out that Alvarez's size and power at 168 pounds give him a strong advantage. He advised Crawford to rely on his speed, smooth movement, and added strength, but stressed that these strengths might not be enough against the heavy punches and physical presence of a naturally bigger fighter. Pacquiao explained that stepping into Canelo's super middleweight territory will require smart footwork, sharp ring IQ, and extreme conditioning. In his view, Crawford will have to push beyond his limits just to compete. Even then, the weight difference remains a major concern. His message was firm: moving up is a big risk, and this could be one of the toughest and most defining challenges of Crawford's career.
That's not easy for Crawford. I mean, it's Canelo has the big advantage, but Crawford needs to manage well his body, his speed, and his power, because he's moving up to another level of weight.
I asked this because you did it with Margarito. You went to 54, and people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's so big, Margarito." But your speed made the difference in that fight. Well, what advice would you give a smaller guy like Crawford to fight someone like Canelo, who's a lot bigger and stronger?
You know, preparing like that opponents, like is not only the speed, but you know the techniques that you can use in the fight. Like, make sure that in your daily routine, training routine, like that, make sure that all the techniques, strategy, combination, like, you know, it's accurate to your opponent's style. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you have a exam, a math exam tomorrow, you have to review right now a math subject. You don't need to review English subject or a science subject. You have to review math subject, because tomorrow you're going to have a exam. You're going to exam a math subject. That's
a hard exam.
The long-awaited clash is officially scheduled for September 13th, 2025, in Las Vegas. Terence Crawford is moving up 2 weight divisions to take on Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight title, bringing together the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, the Ring, and TBRB belts in one historic fight, which will stream live on Netflix. Crawford, now holding a record of 41 wins with 31 knockouts, has already beaten top-tier names like Errol Spence Jr. and Israel Madrimov. He now stands just 1 victory away from becoming the first male boxer in the 4-belt era to claim undisputed championships in 3 separate weight classes.
You've accepted this fight now, but in the previous years you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like yes, man type. You know what I mean?
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Masvidal.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Canelo Alvarez remains a powerhouse in the super middleweight division, holding a professional record of 63 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 39 victories coming by knockout. He has captured titles across 4 weight divisions: super middleweight, middleweight, junior middleweight, and light heavyweight. In 2021, he made history by becoming the first undisputed super middleweight champion after defeating Caleb Plant.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the 3rd round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped. We'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin. And I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. Cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes with boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Boxing legend Juan Manuel Marquez voiced strong concerns about Terence Crawford's decision to move up 2 weight classes to face Canelo Alvarez at super middleweight. While he acknowledged Crawford's impressive success across 4 divisions, he cautioned that the physical jump might be too much. Marquez noted that Crawford didn't show the same speed or power at 154 pounds and questioned whether adding more weight would affect his smooth style. In his view, unless Crawford suddenly gains significant strength, Alvarez's natural size at 168 pounds will be too much to handle. Though he respects Crawford's defense and precise combos, Marquez stressed that weight classes exist for a reason, calling this move a risky step away from solid boxing principles.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right?
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes yeah. And Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimo.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and 3 more divisions. 2 more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
Boxing great Roy Jones Jr. believes the outcome of the Canelo versus Crawford fight won't come down to Crawford moving up in weight, but rather to how Canelo approaches the match. Speaking to the Ring magazine in February, he said that if Canelo fights smart, he should win, but if he slips up, Crawford will take full advantage. Jones stressed that Crawford needs to control the center of the ring to apply real pressure. By June, he reinforced his view, saying weight isn't the key issue, it's whether Crawford can handle Canelo's power. According to Jones, when a fighter is as skilled as Crawford, weight becomes less important. However, he warned Crawford not to run, saying backing away only gives a bigger opponent confidence, which he called a major mistake. For Jones, this fight is a mental battle as much as a physical one, where smart strategy, control, timing, and focus will decide who comes out on top.
I don't care who you beat, the monster thing is gonna always follow him.
Terence is not taking a fight in between. He's like, I'm going to move up to 168
I'm going to take my time with that. Should we expect an upset, or are we going to see what most people are expecting in that fight if it does happen?
Well, we're not going to see what most people are expecting. That's for sure. I can guarantee that, because most people looking at the weights and saying, oh, they're too far apart, Canelo is too big. No, we're not going to see what y'all think we're going to see. We're going to see a chess match, and a chess match that, if it's played correctly by each side, it could be very interesting. If it's played wrong by either side, the other side will dominate. That's how good this fight is.
Let's say if Canelo wins, do you think people give Canelo credit because Bud is smaller? And if Bud wins, should he just retire and go on the sunset?
Bud definitely should retire if he wins. Canelo, no, you have unfinished business, bro. You can try to hide, you can try to run, but that monster thing, it ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry. Even if you retire the rest of your career, the monster thing is not going anywhere because the monster was searching for you. He beat everything y'all sent at him in the process of trying to get to you. I don't care who you beat, the monster thing is gonna always follow him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there was a time where he was saying, Benavidez was saying, you know what, I gotta earn that Canelo shot. He earned that shot a long time ago.
Jim Lampley leans in favor of Canelo Alvarez for this high-stakes fight, but is quick to highlight that Terence Crawford's top-tier skills can't be overlooked. He points out how far Canelo has come, learning from past defeats to Mayweather and Bivol and evolving into one of the sport's best counterpunchers, with sharper defense and stronger core conditioning developed through unique training methods like horseback riding. At the same time, Lampley holds deep respect for Crawford's track record and compares his style and flexibility to a modern-day Sugar Ray Robinson, praising his ability to switch stances and unleash a fierce mindset when the moment calls for it.
Crawford is going to fight Canelo because even if I have some doubts and misgivings about the size matchup, it is two action fighters who like to fight aggressively at times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
On the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, Jim Lampley clearly laid out the brewing battle of size versus skill between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. While acknowledging Canelo's clear edge in size and power, Lampley said Crawford could only level the playing field by fighting almost perfectly. That would require switching smoothly between southpaw and orthodox, using smart angles, setting the pace, and staying light on his feet at all times.
Strength and conditioning. There's very few fighters that just train using skill. Train skills. Like George St. Pierre did that for a certain period of his career.
I wonder if there's anybody left in boxing who trains just using the gym skills. There were a lot of them when I was first involved in the sport who would never have touched a weight.
Right.
They subscribed totally to the notion that was negative.
Right. And the worst case, I mean, they definitely did calisthenics, but that was it. It was just body weight exercises, which brings us to Crawford, which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Fascinating. Because how does Crawford compete with that size? And, we have to recognize, okay, well, when Canelo fought Floyd, it was 152 pounds, right? So he had dropped down, which was a struggle for him, which is why Floyd was so brilliant in getting him to go down to 152, because he knew he would be drained.
52 or 54?
Show Eyes the Adult, a well-known boxing commentator, has also shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight, saying that although Crawford is incredibly skilled, he would need 3 times his current experience to take on someone like Canelo. His view points to the major gap in the kind of opponents Canelo has faced and the physical intensity of fighting at heavier weights, something Crawford hasn't dealt with yet.
If he were to accomplish that and beat Canelo Alvarez, become 3-time undisputed, is that top 10 greatest fighter to ever live? That is incredible. I don't think people, it's not like just becoming 3-time undisputed. You did that on your way. You beat destroyed Errol Spence, and then if you were to beat Canelo Alvarez, that is, brother, please. Does Crawford put up a better fight against Canelo than Charles Diaz?
Hold on.
I'm saying coming from one, that is shameful.
No, let's go to Super Chat. Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford?
Yeah. Got Canelo. Spaceman, that's my guy, though, man. That's the war room showing up.
I ain't doing this friendly. It's my show, damn it.
You're right.
I mean, me and show. Still being
brother, I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. And
you was back further than me.
Yeah.
I wasn't back that far, but you was back.
Boom.
Damn, how far was you? He was all the way up there?
Yeah, I was in the nosebleed. I was like,
no, you get money. You got
but I'm
He was comfy where he was at. He was comfy.
But I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches.
That's the only thing I worry about.
So how can you, a man coming from 147, I know he's a great man. Crawford is a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Meanwhile, Andre Ward remains confident that Canelo won't be able to beat Terence Crawford. Fully backing Crawford, Ward said he'd bet everything on him to win, despite the big move up to 168 pounds. He admitted the size gap is real, but believes Crawford's heart and fight IQ give him the edge. "I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against anybody right now," Ward said, adding that someone still needs to prove they can break Crawford's will. His confidence comes from Crawford's mental strength and all-around skill, which he believes are enough to handle Canelo's power.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat.
Crawford calls the fight with Canelo the biggest moment of his career and believes it's the most important boxing event in the last 20 years. He recognizes Canelo as the current face of the sport and says both of them are committed to making this fight as huge as possible because of what they've each done in boxing. Confident and determined, Crawford says moving up to 168 pounds isn't about money, it's about legacy. He's aiming to become the first undisputed champion in 3 weight classes during the 4-belt era. With full focus, he's ready to show the world his skill and solidify his place among boxing's legends.
With Terence Crawford, what do you make of Canelo versus Skull?
Canelo did what he had to do to get the victory.
What do you want next? It seems like that's going to be the fight. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight in boxing.
Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there. So that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great.
How do you beat him?
You'll see. Come 12.
Everyone's talking about the weight differences. What's your kind of response to that, Terence?
That's why we fight the fight. So September 12th, we all gonna see if the weight gonna make a difference or not.
Do you want to fight him twice and then retire? Is that kind of the ideal thing for you?
One fight at a time, one fight at a time.
What did you make of, I know you didn't say much on tonight, the effectiveness of William Skull? He came to go to decision as opposed to win the fight. Would you agree with that?
I don't know, he was boxing well, and then he just stopped doing what he was doing earlier. I don't know. I can't call it.
Do you think Canelo slipped as a fighter?
No, I don't. I just think that, William was doing a good job neutralizing Canelo power punches. He was just moving a lot.
Do you think that's a style you have to employ in points of the fight?
I don't know, because if you watch the styles that beat him, they didn't move a lot.
In recent interviews, Crawford looked back on the possibility of a fight with Manny Pacquiao. He recalled that after his dominant 2015 win over Pacquiao's sparring partner Deary Jean at 140 pounds, it felt like the matchup was within reach. But according to Crawford, Pacquiao disappeared after that fight, and it became clear that his performance had confirmed him as a top-level fighter. Crawford now thinks his showing might have scared Pacquiao off. While he respects Pacquiao's historic run through 8 weight classes, Crawford makes it clear that his own achievements speak for themselves, and his focus is fully on the challenges ahead.
I got Manny Pacquiao top 5.
You
reason
don't.
why he's not up there.
Well,
you
why?
should know that reason.
It's your interview.
Manny's a generational talented fighter. Like, he's accomplished what no other fighter is ever going to accomplish.
Yeah.
Again, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own. That's me personally, because for the simple fact, when Floyd made it a point for him to do the blood test, he didn't want to do the blood test. But then when he did do the blood test, he haven't got a knockout since.
Can Crawford's speed and ring smarts overcome Canelo's size and strength, or will Canelo's experience be the difference? Share your thoughts in the comments below.